And we're back with Blackoutpod, Binges, Benders, Tales from Rock Bottom. I'm your host, Pete Suval, and I am joined by a guest today, Dylan, the Suplex Sullivan.
That's my name.
I was going to say Super Sucker. I didn't know if you wanted your stage name out.
Well, if people want the stage name, they'll get the stage name.
Okay. All right. So Dylan is a door guy at the Comedy Store. He has opened for Bobby Lee on the road. He's very funny, one of my favorite comics in the city, and is probably like one of the only people in our group who's put me on the floor laughing. Headline or was next to headline on my first show, and knocked a pizza box off of a stool. And I think you almost killed somebody in the audience with how hard they were laughing. It's very, you tell jokes?
I do tell jokes.
Do you ever write? You should write. You should do stand-up.
I'll try it. I get a little stage anxiety.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
No, yeah, I do stand up. And that was a fun show.
Yeah.
Pete threw a good show where you get free pizza during the show or before the show, so that's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a fun show. That was a nice. It hasn't been like that since. It's been a lot of fun, but not that many people have shown up. For Fahim on More, they showed up. We had women in hijabs in the audience.
Nice.
It was very strange, but they were great laughers. I thought that they would hate everybody except Fahim, and they did not. They liked everybody.
Well, that's just your
they didn't like Maddie Chimber. They did not like Maddie Chimber.
I don't know Maddie Chimber, but Chimber is if someone said that last name, I'd probably be prone to be skeptical.
Yeah, it sounds really genocide-y. It's a genocide-y last name.
Okay.
It's a dictator's last name, Chimber.
Daus Chimba.
So do you know what this podcast is about?
No idea.
Okay, cool. All right. So basically what we do is we tell stories about rock bottoms or blackouts or crazy times with drugs and alcohol, things like that, or you could talk about mental health. So I know you had a couple of experiences where you were in the loony bin, as you said, and then you are not a stranger to drugs. Am I correct?
Right.
Yeah. Is that?
Been doing drugs for a while now, I guess.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
You're not 25.
What do you mean?
You're 25?
Yeah.
I thought you were 35.
Why do I look that?
I thought you said 35 to me.
Well, I probably did.
Yeah, okay. You're actually 25 years old.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Sure.
All right, good. This is... Dylan, how old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
I need to see your driver's license and registration.
Bring it.
Yeah, it's fucking...
I still haven't registered my car.
Really?
It's been 2 years.
You could go to jail.
I could, but...
I don't think you could go to jail. Your car might get impounded.
Look at me.
Where were you born?
San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, wow. All right. Tell me about... Is that a weird spot to grow up? Because that's Austin is the only place in Texas that's kind of a hub of multicultural harmony, right? Is it is it just a kind of a staunch Republican place to grow up in San Antonio?
I don't know, because my mind wasn't in that context when I was, I was just mom and dad and family and stuff. But then, so I lived there for a few years, and then there was a period where I moved away, and then I moved to Boerne, Texas, which is just outside of San Antonio. And I remember it was like a public school, but they definitely put religion in there. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's definitely more religious. I grew up Roman Catholic.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Dylan is also, what are you? You're trans sapien? I don't, he's a fag steak is what.
Are they going to get that reference?
No, of course not. Dylan and I have a podcast called Fag or Steak, and Dylan is a homosexual man. That's why I'm kind of roundabout asking if he was bullied as a child or if you experienced any, and now you tell me that your soul is being bullied at the same time. So
yeah, so the podcast is we hold up a picture of a gay gentleman or woman and then we hold up a picture of a steak and we say, or we just hold up one at a time.
Yeah.
Is this, or is it a steak? I can say it. You can't say it.
I can't. I'm not allowed to.
Well, you're allowed to. Who cares?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I have a decent amount of listeners, not enough for where I'm going to get canceled. So
I have enough listeners to say fag steak.
Yes, I have enough, and they'll still laugh. And
that's good.
There's not one what's so funny is like this is technically a sobriety podcast, I guess, because I'm sober, but like
everyone get their waters.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is it's like I don't ever promote sobriety.
I should have just came here shit-faced.
That would have been the best. I had Gabby in, and she was so depressing, but in being depressing, it was like an amazing episode because people were like, I feel bad for Gabby, but she is very funny.
Hell
yeah. So I'm hoping the same for you. I don't know. I can't get like a good. Are you a happy guy?
I don't know about. I'm like ups and downs.
Yeah.
I have my super depressed days and then my manic ups,
Yeah.
I'd say I'm a guy of polar opposites.
Do you have bipolar? Is that what it is?
No, nothing that dramatic.
All right. Do you live alone? Do you have roommates?
I have 2 roommates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cats?
No, both guys. Kyle Reel?
Yes.
So Kyle's one of my roommates, and this other guy, Vincent, who works at the Laugh Factory.
Oh, okay. Cool. So it's all comedy.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So tell me about, I don't know where you want to start. If you want to start with the Catholic, which is for sure the root of drug use, or if you want to start with a story, if you have any that stick out.
Yeah, I got a shit-faced story. It was when I was maybe 14 years old. I think it was.
So 20 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. 35. So yeah, it was when I was 14. I was like a freshman in high school, and Matt Nicoteau, his parents were like out of town or whatever, and he had this really nice like house. That's like
a party house name.
Yeah. Matt Nicoteau. Nicoteau always like was able to have parties and stuff. So his parents are gone, so everyone decides we're gonna go over there and drink, like, for most of us, like, the first time, and just get shit-faced, right? And, man, it was, we go to the party, and I believe it was Svedka vodka, and just taking, I took, like, way too many shots, because when you don't know your, like, tolerance level.
Yeah.
And so I just got fucking shit-faced, and I remember throwing up over a toilet and like eating, just like pantry bread, and then I fell down the stairs, and then I got into I was trying to start this fight. I don't know what it was, but it was just this guy who was like a sophomore, and back then like the sophomores thought they were so fucking cool because they were 8 months older than us.
They always do.
They're like, hey, and they're like, oh, you'll get it when you're older. How older, motherfucker? You're 8 months older than me. We share the same birth year. You fucking dumbass. So I got real pissed because I had some like previous, bubbling beef with sophomores in general. So I wanted to get in a fight. But anyway, the moral of the story is I'm supposed to spend the night there. And my mom knows what's up, so she's like, no, you're going to come home tonight. I'm like, no, everyone's having a Harry Potter movie marathon, Mom. There's some like, we're watching movies late at night, and it never happens. But so my dad comes to pick us up. She sends my dad to pick us up, and it's me and this guy, Chris Loken. And
got epic names, these guys, huh?
Yeah, real good names in this town. This is in Aurora, Colorado, by the way. This isn't in Texas. And so I'm just like shit-faced, and I've never been shit-faced, so I don't know what to do or how to act. And I don't want my dad to know that we're drunk. So my dad has this big car, and it's like, it's got the front seats and then the back seats and then the very back seats. And I remember Chris and I, to avoid suspicion and so that you wouldn't smell our breath, instead of like sitting next to my dad, we both sat in the farthest back seats of the car. And my dad's like, "Why are you guys doing that?" And I'm like, "Oh, Chris just gets lonely in the back, so I wanted to sit with him, and I'm fucking shit-faced." And then, and it was a ride home, and they didn't know, but I don't know how they didn't know.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that with your parents?
I did, yeah. I had where I thought they knew, and like I still think they knew. Like my mom one time picked me up from a friend's house, and I was probably around the same age, like 14, and we smoked weed, and I got so fucking high. I was so high. And she came to pick me up, and I was just still like, you know what I mean? That dumb, like, and then she was like, "Well, are you hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I don't know." And she goes, "Well, Arby's is on the way." And I remember distinctly going, "Arby's!" And she was like, "There's no way she didn't know. There's no way." And she still played it cool. Or like on New Year's Eve, when I was 14, I lost my virginity, and I got so drunk, like so violently ill. And the girl's parents were there, and like outside the door, and like letting us get drunk. And I threw up and stuff. And then my dad came to pick me up, and at like 2 a.m. There's no way I didn't smell like tequila vomit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, and pussy.
Maybe he was just proud of you.
He could have been. I don't know. He was very Christian. So like he lost his virginity when he was 14, and I don't want to like out him how, because it was a baller way to lose your virginity. It was very cool. And he tried to play it like it was not cool, and I was like, "What? Huh? Like you can't just say." And he was like, "It was one of the worst mistakes of my life." And I was like, "You what? You don't get to say that. That sounds great."
You don't understand, Pete. When you get pussy like that, it becomes one of the worst things of your life.
I guess I could say it. He doesn't listen to the podcast. He told me, he goes, well, my girlfriend at the time, we were getting intimate, and she invited her friend over, and it just kind of happened, and I just wish I would have waited. And I was like, "Wait a minute. You lost your virginity to 2 bitches at 14 years old, and you're afraid of what God is going to think?" And it's like, he was like, "Yeah, I wish I would have waited." And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, mine was not as cool at all. I cried.
Pete, it was terrible. The 2 sets of tits just stared back at you. Just a young, feeble boy.
Have you ever fucked one girl at 14 while the other one licks your ass?
Pete, I didn't have enough cum for the both of them. It was terrible.
But they sure had enough for me. It's too overwhelming.
God, why?
A threesome should be reserved for 14-year-old boys, because that's the only person. At this age, I wouldn't know what to do with 2 women. I would be like, I want to just tell one of you I love you, and the other one I want to be like, "Can you not look at me while I do this? I'm sensitive and self-conscious."
Do you fall in love easily?
No, I just like, it just is like, I'm very weird about sex.
You know what you strike me as, and correct me if I'm wrong, Pete, but if there's 2 women, right? One woman's like, "Pete, you're very attractive. I like your stand-up. We should go on a date sometime." Do you ask out her, or do you ask out a girl that says, "Hey, Pete, you dirty piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you and everything you stand for and your weird fucking eyes."
I have beautiful eyes.
See, already, it's chick 2. I'm gonna
tell you something. 2 years ago,
Jesus,
for sure, it would have been chick number 2. Maybe
that's what they say.
4 years ago, when I was drinking, I would have been like, "She's flirting. Let's see where this goes. I can change her, and then she can meet my mom." And then when she hits,
"Fuck your mom, Pete. I hate you, bitch ass."
And I'm like, "She's just calling me out on my crap." Somehow I think that both of those girls are just your inside of your head right now. Like you played those roles very well. And I'm just wondering if both of those things are what you think of me. Like you're funny, but I hate you so much.
No, I don't represent the two women. You know what? And you brought this up once on a mic, and I'd like to address it publicly.
Yes.
You thought that I didn't like you.
It's not that I didn't think you liked me. It's that I didn't like with a lot of the door guys, especially. You see so much comedy that I feel like it's hard to get any reaction out of you whatsoever. So like, this is all I got from you. That's all I've got. And I was like, he either is mocking me or he's going, that's fine. That's a funny joke. And I couldn't tell. So that's where, yeah. This is dead air right now.
It's dead. It's dead, Pete.
But you do have a club of people who hate me.
I do.
Yeah, you started that club. That's cool. That's extracurricular club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Pete's Angels. It's a group that I've organized.
Yeah.
And we're very thorough. And we think of all the details to subtly make you feel hated throughout the day.
Yeah.
So, for instance, Team A goes out about 8:45 outside of your apartment. And their whole job is walking up and down the block all morning until you come out. And so someone can give you like a little...
Yeah.
Just a subtle little...
Are they on payroll?
Yeah.
Or is it just, oh, wow, so it's not voluntary.
We have a lot of outside donors.
Wow.
There's
Jesus
a lot of
Christ.
people that hate Pizza Ball.
I know my mom and dad are probably like top.
They're big donors.
Yeah.
They're in the top tier of the Patreon.
My grandma for sure. There's a Patreon?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Look it up.
All right. Do you have a beret that you give out to people too? It sounds like that group. Did you ever hear about the there was a group of dudes that used to go protect the streets of New York City, and they would just stand on the subway, and they were called like the Dark Angels or something.
Ooh.
And they would like beat people up or like mace them or whatever if they were like committing crimes. And it sounds like that, but for hating me. So I'm wondering if there's garb.
We don't consider ourselves vigilantes per se.
Okay.
More of a public service.
Okay. So I'm like a public nuisance.
I guess.
Huh.
Well, not to everyone. I'm sure there's people that can like tolerate it, but it's I don't know. I think it's like the way you invite people on the podcast, and it's the way of like, oh, I've got tattoos. I don't care about the establishment, while still living, maintaining, and benefiting from the very thing you're rebelling against.
Absolutely. I understand.
Well, I wasn't done. There's also like this thing where it's like, oh, like with anyone who's like in AA or a recovering, addict, that's like, we get it,
Yeah.
It's like when sometimes like, and I'm guilty of this, sometimes gay people will only talk about the fact that they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, how was your weekend? And they'll be like, oh, I'm gay. And it's like, all right, well, that's not what I asked. It's like that when it's like, Pete, we're talking about politics. And you're like, you should have seen me when I drank.
Is that my voice?
It's not that we're, yeah. You should have seen me when I drank, guys. This is crazy. Pete, we're talking about something completely different. Hey, did you go see that new film at the cinema? And Pete's like, I did, but I didn't drink alcohol. I'm sober, but you guys can drink.
I thought you enjoyed that conversation that we had about the movie at the cinema.
I do. It's just,
Yeah.
Those are just some of the reasons why Pete's Angels exist, if you were wondering.
Okay. So, do you guys have a clubhouse?
No, it's more of like an outdoor meetup at a park.
I'm just happy you're keeping kids
North
off the
Hollywood.
street. It's a good way for people to spend their time.
It's a good positive way for people to help the community that they're in, while also hating Pete.
Yeah, it's a good strong message. And I'm glad to know that inadvertently I sparked that.
See, like even how you responded to that, I don't know. This might have been a mistake.
Yeah.
This might have been a mistake.
I'm just trying my best.
See, it's like that's the addicts every time they go back. I'm just trying. I'm just trying my best. Try harder.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
My brother was an addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a heroin addict, and I tell you what, you people.
Is it weird that both you and him contracted HIV, but in different ways?
Well, the funny thing is, he actually contracted it from a dick, and I contracted it from a needle on a Freaky Friday mix-up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whoops! But you're supposed to. But I'm supposed to.
Wow, 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 wow.
But now we're both on PrEP, so it's fine.
Oh, that's cool. Are you really on PrEP?
No, but I should.
Should you? Is it like I don't know if HIV is that prevalent anymore because it's so like they can keep it so almost eradicated. But
my understanding is for like all the whores out there.
Yeah.
If you're taking it, you can. It's like a daily pill. It's like male birth control, but for
okay.
HIV.
God, that's interesting. Because less than 20 years ago, it was a death sentence.
I know.
Immediately, you'd die. That's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's weird that you and I are affected by the same disease. Like I always had to keep it at the back of our minds. Is like,
why did I?
Well, because of all the cocks you were taking in your ass, Pete. I just liked heroin. Look, whatever you do in your free time's your time. But
I thought it was normal for that in Hollywood. I thought that's how you made it.
Charlie Sheen had it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like,
look how well he's doing.
Yeah, he's one of my heroes. So, especially in comedy. You've seen my jokes.
I've seen your jokes.
It's a lot of Charlie Sheen-esque material.
Do you think, like, whenever you do a set and it's like you're up there and like there's like women in the audience and you're like it's like like everything fucking sucks, doesn't it? Like everything kind of like fucking sucks, am I right?
Uh-huh.
Like you ever had like a bad day and then it turns into a worse day? I'm Pete. Do you think like there's some women in the crowd that love it?
Yeah.
That are like, fuck yeah. This is like a broken thing that needs fixing.
It could be. I haven't met one of them yet. And not that I'm actively looking for one of those women, because I feel like it would be a lot of moms or.
That's exactly what you need, Pete.
A mom?
You need a woman that has a kid already, husband's dead or gone.
That extreme, not like like dead. Like a war vet mom?
Or gone.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be that
so like
dramatic.
Like a prison situation.
Yeah. That would be very good. And then you step in and you teach the kid how to like make a little like temporary tattoos or whatever you would do to connect with people.
My brother married a woman with a child just last year.
Really?
And so he's a stepdad now, which is crazy. Because like 2 years ago he was like, I don't fucking want kids, and now he's like in love with this kid.
Oh,
so
that's always nice.
Yeah, I had a good stepdad growing up. So, and I was like 4 years old when he came into my life. So it's like a cool thing to see, but it's like you don't have to rub it in everybody's faces that you're a better person than I am, you know?
Wait, are you talking about me now?
No, do you have a stepkid?
No, I don't have a stepkid.
Yeah.
I have a nephew. That's about it. That's
not the same.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I guess.
You see them about the same amount.
That's true. And if the mom is acting up, you're immediately the one that would be called. Like, hey, can I come hang out with you? And you're immediately the cool one. So.
Yeah, well, I'm a cool guy, Pete.
Yeah, you're a nice guy.
Hey, Pete, why do you do this every time we talk?
What?
It's like this air of like I'm doing a bit. I don't do bits, Pete. I just tell the truth.
I'm trying to tell the truth. And the truth is...
Were you really addicted to alcohol?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time.
How much?
A lot. Like an embarrassing amount.
You ever steal money from your mom's purse?
Not her purse. I used her credit card on PayPal.
Okay.
And then transferred money to my bank account from her. Yeah.
For liquor?
It was a mixture of liquor and drugs, yeah.
Drugs? What kind of drugs you do?
A lot of cocaine, a lot of Molly.
A lot of coke, a lot of Molly.
Yeah.
When you were at these coke Molly parties, did you say, everything sucks, I'm Pete?
Probably.
Does anyone have any coke? Does anyone have any coke? I can just do some coke right now.
I was usually the one with the coke because I like to pretend like people didn't like the coke. They liked me.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I didn't want to come to this podcast to cry, Pete. Jesus.
So,
oh, man, this is uncomfortable.
So tell me about so tell me about
Jesus,
the first
Pete.
so tell me about the first party you went to where have you ever hooked up with a girl?
I made out with a girl a couple times.
Okay, how old were you when you came out?
18.
Is it because it feels like do you identify with like the gay community like to the point where you want to be like a part of
I don't
them?
like how you said gay community
Because I don't
know, like, do you identify with like the gay community?
Do you identify with the gay community? Because I know a lot of gay guys don't like it when you associate them all together because there's so fucking many. There's like the partying gay community and then like the ones who stay. Like I have 2 uncles who are gay and they hate being associated with just a blanket gay community because there's so many dudes, especially in Utah, dudes who are just like they party and all that stuff and then don't do much else. So they hate to be
associated with a party crew.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I've spent time in like all those little subsects. I used to work at a drag shop in Chicago, so I was around a lot of like drag queens and people around like the club scene, and it was pretty exhausting, but pretty fun at times, you know. But I don't like the like I wish some gay people would take on other hobbies than just being gay.
It's interesting how anything like that turns into an identity. And it's just like, it's just, because at this point I feel like being gay, granted I'm not gay, so I don't understand you could get lots of shit. But if it's like, yeah, I mean, most people, if you're gay, aren't going to be like, what? Like, they're just going to be like, yeah, okay. Like, nobody's going to attack you. So it seems like a lot of them just use that as their everything.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know. I was thinking about this a lot. It's like, I wonder, too, why some people have lisps and some don't. And I was thinking it was like, maybe it was like identifier. Because it's like hard to spot out who's gay and who's not gay sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when there's like people like Pete Savall who just like dress like they're like bisexual or something.
Yeah, sure.
I've got like, I'm wearing a dress today, but I only eat pussy. Sorry. I'm gonna lead on everybody. Hey everybody. I know my pants I'm basically wearing yoga pants all the time, and I only use they, them.
I do?
To describe anyone. But, and I call my girlfriend my partner. You know? Stop confusing everybody. It's stupid.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm not talking about you specifically.
Sure, just somebody like me.
Yeah, just someone like
yeah.
Smeet Smooval.
Mm-hmm. Is he a comic too?
No. But he is a friend. Mike, how much time we got left in this hour? Jesus Christ. You ever been to a party? You ever done a drug?
Okay, look, I
don't mean to be. I've been a little aggressive.
No, I think you're very funny. I think this has been a lot of fun. What, am I being too positive?
Yeah, you gotta find the line, Pete.
Hey, fuck you, dude. How about that?
See, now you're treating me like one of the girls that you like.
Listen, you put me up on fucking Friends and Family. I can't be mean to you. I can't just be outright mean.
No one can ever criticize anything I do. I have all the power.
You do. You and that one dude who controls the list at the store.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one who puts it out.
I don't know.
I know his name. I'm not going to say it. He who shall not be named.
I don't know anything about that.
All right. Well, you work at the coveted, world-famous Comedy Store. No, I think you're an interesting guy because you seem like you're always like you're one of the guys who's just always ready to be funny. And I wonder if like what it came from, if it came as a defense mechanism, or if it you know, like were you bullied as a kid, or was it just out of I don't know.
Well, I think it came from I'm a recovering addict right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it came from the years of like going from insane drug use to total sobriety, and then I had to wear all these like long T-shirts that were way too long, but no one knew it.
Sure.
And I got like a bunch of tattoos, and I thought like this is a way I'll be funny. I'll be Pete Suval. Pete Suval's always on.
I am.
Let me ask you something, Pete.
Yeah.
Okay, how many tattoos do you have?
It's in the 80s.
It's in the 80s.
Yeah.
Would you ever get like a tattoo that was like a piece of cheese?
I don't think so.
What's the most ridiculous tattoo you have?
I have a elephant hybrid snail on my ankle.
Why is that?
My friend CJ did the design, and I saw it when I was like 17 or 16, and then when I was 20, I was working at the tattoo shop where he worked, and then he gave it to me for my birthday. I also have a donut and a cupcake tattooed on me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I would get a cupcake tattoo.
Yeah.
How did you know of any good places in LA?
I do, yeah. The Martlet.
The Martlet.
Yeah. It's a great tattoo shop. And Thunderbird tattoo.
Am I going to have to wait like 5 months to get an appointment?
No. There's a lady named Heather Bailey. She's great. She's great. Great lady.
When Heather is like tattooing you, she's like, Pete, when are you going to stop all this nonsense?
No, but she should. She should. Yeah. I think most people think that because they find out that I'm, you know, a fairly normal guy, and they're like, you don't have to do this to fit in anymore. And I'm like, oh, well, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
How often, when you listen to Avenged Sevenfold, do you have it on where you listen to the whole Avenged Sevenfold album?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you just listen to specific Avenged Sevenfold songs?
I don't listen to Avenged Sevenfold. I don't think I've ever heard an Avenged Sevenfold song.
I think you're lying.
I'm not. I was very specific about the music I liked growing up. And I hated Avenged Sevenfold because I liked real hardcore. And so you could replace that statement with like Black Flag or Sick of It All. But when it comes to Avenged Sevenfold, I was not a fan. Dylan is pulling a gun out of his pocket.
I'm not. You smoke cigarettes, right?
I don't.
Mike, we can smoke in here, right? This is my impression of Pete. Everything kind of like everything sucks today. It's gloomy, right? LA sucks. LA's terrible. Too much toxins in the air. Why won't anyone fuck me? Why do all women hate me? I was an addict, you know. I was an addict. Hey Pete, yeah, like what sort of things you into? What's your hobbies? I'm just staying clean. That's my hobby. Staying clean and crying in bathrooms.
That is what I do. What was that? Did you almost throw up?
I ran out of lay right, so I had to use oil from my car to put my hair down.
Do I put it down like that?
No, I like to keep it.
Because it's over your face.
I like to hang out at Floyd's barbershop even when I'm not
I almost
getting
worked
haircuts. You'd be perfect at Floyd's.
I was a licensed cosmetologist and barber.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Be useful. Get some haircuts.
Yeah, I could still do it probably. Just don't want to fuck somebody's life up, for a couple of weeks. So if you ever need a haircut.
Pete, do you think if I started a cult, do you think many people would join?
I do. I think you have a way about you that would draw people in.
Good.
Hey, Mike, you want to see my impression of Dylan?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, this will be good.
Dylan, I'm horny. I'm horny right now. I'm horny. I'm so horny. I work at the world famous Comedy Store. I'm gay. Did you guys know I'm gay? It's fine. I just, I'm better than everybody. I smoke cigarettes, but I don't really care about cigarettes. That's my impression of Dylan.
You forgot the fat part.
I don't call people fat because I was fat, and I think that was the worst thing in the world was when people were like, "You're fat."
People shouldn't make fun of people just because
they should.
They are.
They absolutely should. I'm just saying I can't make fun of you for it.
Did you know I was fat once? Have I mentioned that I'm a recovering alcoholic? I'm Pete. You know what I'm dressing for this year for Halloween? Christian Slater. Because I needed someone that could match their voice. I don't care about anything.
Do I really sound like Christian Slater?
That's what it is, Pete. I don't know, man. I don't know. Comedy's weird. I think this is we're doing comedy in the age just before everyone dies.
Yeah. I think you're a real deal comedian.
Wow.
Because I think you're incredibly funny. When I found out you were going on tour with Bobby Lee, I was like, yeah, that's a perfect match. Because it seems like you both are. I hate to flatter you after you just spent
that's what you
30
want,
minutes,
Pete.
the last 30 minutes just basically making a mockery of me.
You want someone to spit in your face. That's how you accept love.
No, I think it is very funny. It is very funny. But just because you're funny. It's...
You ever notice when, a podcast host calls someone else funny a million times?
Yeah.
People are probably like, he's probably not that funny.
They could be, but, maybe that's what I'm hoping for with you.
You ever notice how many, in the LA comedy community, how many slights there are in the way of compliments?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pete had a real fun time on your podcast today.
Mm-hmm.
Parking was super easy. Very practical choice.
Rule of threes. I just called you a comic, so.
I don't need this, Pete. Pete, I came here. I'm rich now. I don't know if you knew this. But
you are?
Yeah.
How?
I ran into a pretty decent sum of money lately.
From what?
From doing commercials.
What commercials?
Arby's.
Okay, I buy that.
Ajax, Super Dish Soap, Tide Pods, oil grease.
Wow. Lamb. Like lamb as a whole?
Yes.
Like the whole, wow.
For the lamb.
Halal or not halal?
Just lambs.
Okay. Oh, like a live lamb.
We're the direct supplier. We don't need third parties.
No brand name or anything.
Just lambs.
Huh.
Like milk. Got milk?
That's fair.
Got lambs?
Is that the slogan?
Yeah. We don't care what you do with the lambs. We just sell the lambs.
Does it hurt when people kill the lambs for sustenance? Or do you
I
not
don't
care?
look at that stuff.
So you don't look at the stats.
I just do the
How else are they?
commercial.
How are they? Oh, so that's it. You're just
I'm the lamb guy.
You're the silk glove over the iron fist.
Ever felt lonely and the need to tattoo yourself with a bunch of tattoos and donuts and cupcakes and elephant snails?
Yeah.
Why not have a lamb instead and shut the fuck up?
Wow.
I
do want lamb now.
You're our market, pizza of all.
I am Greek too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were Mexicano.
No, that's flattering, but no.
You're just Greek?
Yeah.
Get the
Half
fuck
Greek.
outta here.
It's probably almost done. How long do we have?
I mean, for the hour, 20 minutes.
Oh, we have 20 more minutes?
Why are you trying to fucking wrap this up?
Huh?
If you defer the hour, if you're doing an hour of the... So yeah, you're at 40 minutes right now.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. All right, let's talk about a real fucking story.
No, let's talk after that. Hey, can we leave, Mike? Hey, Mike, can we leave?
I just didn't know because
no.
we were late, so I didn't know if I was... Okay, cool. All right. Dylan.
Thank you, Mike. I feel like he's the only one on my team in here. Why is everything so confrontational with you? Do you want a cigarette?
No, I'm okay.
You can smoke in here. Mike said it's fine.
They do have a good filtration system here.
This is in a very
Fire
fancy
sprinkler.
building, too.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this.
Yeah.
Said little old me gets invited to gets Pete's big show.
That's what we call. That's the name of it too. if I ever have a comedy special, I'm gonna call it Pete's Big Show.
It's Pete's
it's gonna
big
be.
show.
It's gonna be
Pete's
so
show.
underwhelming. People are gonna watch it. And my first joke is gonna be like, "So, Pete,
welcome to the show, I guess." Today we have for our guests like whoever. It doesn't matter.
It's Dave Grohl, but I don't care.
It's Dave Grohl.
I smoke cigarettes now too.
Tune in and we're gonna ash on Courtney Love. We're gonna ash our cigarettes on Courtney Love.
She's probably sitting there like,
Because I hate women who like me. I'm Pete Zubal.
I'm a very loving, friendly individual, but you do have me pegged 2 to 3 years ago.
I think that's just like a defense mechanism.
It's really
and
not.
I got you pegged now.
It could be. I mean, like, if I guess time will tell because I'm going like my marriage ended, so it's if like
oh, here we go again, Jesus.
So if I start dating like a fucking woman who beats the shit out of me, and I'm like, she's so great, then I guess you're right.
I will be right.
Yeah.
If I know the perfect woman for you.
Who?
I'm not going to say her name, but she would fucking hate you. Dude, she would not like you at all.
Is she a comic?
And you would like that.
Is she a comic?
No, she's not a comic.
I'm very curious. Have I ever met her?
No, you haven't met her. It's one of my friends. She
I don't want to meet her. She sounds horrible.
No, that's exactly why you'd want to meet her.
Huh.
She'd be like, "Hi, Pete. Guess what? Not into it." And
Wow.
you'd be like, "Oh, mommy."
Why would
Wah.
Why would I do that?
You just would, Pete. We don't have to be enemies, Pete.
We're not.
I don't know why you're starting a feud in the middle of a podcast.
I'm not.
It feels very disingenuous.
I'm Dylan. I'm fat and gay, and that's all there is to know about me on stage. I used to be skinny, and by choice, I gained weight. So I'm better than you. I'm better than all of you. And I see right through you. And that's all my story is. Coming up to the stage next, Bobby Lee. Is that how it was on tour?
That's funny you say that.
Coming
because
up.
A lot of people have this misconception that I only have fat and gay jokes, but if you would pay attention, I actually do a pretty good impression of a samurai as well.
Let's hear it.
I can't do it here.
Why not?
Because we're recording, Pete. Yeah, but yes, to answer your question, that was what the tour was like. But you know what the only difference was? Is even doing all of that, I still toured with Bobby Lee.
Yeah, you hypnotize.
What'd you do this summer?
Not that.
Wow, interesting.
I didn't tour with Bobby Lee.
Yeah, well, maybe you weren't fat and gay enough.
That's true. That's true. I wasn't. I feel like Bobby Lee would not like me. He would either really like me or not like me, which is the story for most older comics.
Have you ever had a bad interaction with a famous person?
Not bad, but not great. Jesselnick, but that was before I was a comic.
What happened?
He was very nice to me. I was at the store for the first time, and it was probably like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there by myself, and I was going into the original room. I had just seen him in the main room, so I was going to buy tickets for the original room, and I didn't know you could just fucking walk in. And he was talking to the girl at the ticket booth, and I was just like, oh, hey, you had a great set. And he's like, oh, thanks. Hey, what's your name? Da, da, da. We started talked about Utah. He told me how much he liked Wise Guys, which is a club back in Utah. And then we talked for like 5 minutes, and I was like, this is fucking cool. And then he goes, you a comic? And I go, oh, no, but like I've always wanted to. And then he goes, oh. And then he just walks away. Just like, nah, I'm good. So it was great up until then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, do you think, like, because Anthony's disdain towards you after that comment, do you think that's the reason why you like him so much now?
No, I fear him now more so than I did.
Right.
I fear older comics because I mean, if you're a comic and you're decently, well versed at writing, you're pretty observant. So that means they can pick out all the things about a person that they want to pick out and use them against that person. I think that's like, so if somebody is anything like you picking up on my insecurity, then they pick it up. And an older comic would be like, oh.
Pete, I know that you think like sometimes I can be harsh for my ability to accurately describe you to the T, but it really comes from a place of love.
Yeah.
You ever seen a little movie called Harry Potter?
I have.
Okay, well, there's a lot more than just one of them. But if you watch the whole thing, you'll see this guy Severus Snape. He's also a wizard. He plays a guy.
Is he a dragon? Is it a dragon?
No, he's just a normal person.
Okay.
I thought you said you've seen the movie, but basically,
Alan Rickman's character.
Yes, Alan Rickman's character.
Yeah.
He berates Harry Potter and makes life very difficult for him. But you realize by the end of it, it was all because Snape was a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Pete, if it feels like I'm bullying you or if I'm picking out things that are absolutely true about you, then, that's me saying you're going to get there, kid.
Thank you. Are you on hard drugs right now?
I wouldn't tell you if I was.
I could see you being a guy who took painkillers all the time.
I have one oxycodone at my place.
In your system?
Not in my system, yeah. But it's there. It's there for a rainy day.
I'd be very upset if you started doing heroin, but it would not surprise me at all.
I think heroin's tasty.
Have you done it?
No.
Yeah.
But it could.
You did acid on Halloween?
Did acid on Halloween.
Was it your first time doing it?
Yeah, first time doing acid.
How was it?
It was great, man.
What have you done ecstasy before?
Yes.
Was it similar?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've had ecstasy.
Yeah.
But it's all feel goods. We had a bunch of Ajax dish soap.
Sure.
And we made bubbles in a sink.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh.
Who were you with?
Fun time. Zach Stein and Alice Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who you roasted?
Yeah, I roasted both of them and beat them both. How interesting.
What'd you pick out about Zach?
Just like
Basset hound face.
Yeah, I said something like, you just kind of have to see it.
Zach said something to me in the bathroom of the Hollywood Improv the other day. He said, have you ever had anal sex with a black woman? Just out of nowhere. And I said, no. And he goes, oh. And I go, have you? And he goes, yeah, 2. And I was like, all right. And then he just left. Just as quickly as he arrived, he was gone.
Yeah. Like a star in the night.
Yeah, like a very slow bloodhound star.
Pete, do you think anyone's gonna fucking care about this episode?
Yeah, I think it's a good episode.
Jesus.
I think you're very funny. I think this is a good episode.
Oh God, Pete, just stop. I'm not gonna get you up on Friends and Family again.
Dylan.
I'm not gonna do it.
Dylan.
I hold the power.
Dylan.
Oh my God.
I think you're so funny. Dylan.
Pete, I'm nothing, Pete.
I think you're so funny.
See, when you look at me that way, I feel like you're lying,
What
Pete.
way am I looking at you? You did acid.
Hey, everybody. I have the tattoo on my finger because I just I want a place where everyone can see it, but I can keep it hidden because I'm kind of that way. Yeah, I've seen True Detective.
I've never seen True Detective.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
You've definitely seen True Detective.
No, I haven't.
You have a blog. Well, this is what
He
should have
found my
happened.
blog. Fuck.
This is what should have happened in True Detective Season 2. I'm Pizza Val.
Do I say it like that too?
I'm Pizza Val.
Like Cartman?
Yeah, like Carmen.
Have you heard Joe Rogan say Cartman?
No.
He says Cartman.
Cartman.
He goes, when Cartman. Like, God, he's a father. He is a father.
Everyone. South Park is amazing.
I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah. Do you prefer BoJack Horseman?
I've never seen BoJack Horseman.
It's a great show, but the fact that you might like it makes me not.
Yeah, I avoid shows that I know I would typecast like I know that I would stereotypically be into.
Right.
Like
you would be into BoJack Horseman. You're into True Detective.
Never seen.
Maybe like Mindhunters.
Never seen Mindhunters.
Just like creepy, like sad boy shows.
I like garbage television. I like television that reflects my outside.
You look like you own a box set of Skins. You ever seen Skins?
Yeah, but I did watch Skins.
Oh, but the British version is so much better. I'm Pizza Law.
How did you know?
I don't care if I don't do drugs anymore. I'm still cool. You wanna buy a bracelet? I'll wear a bracelet. You're not gonna make me drink.
I have bracelet. I would do acid.
Anyone down to skateboard later to the pop-up Tyler the Creator shop?
I do love Tyler the Creator.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
He's great.
Do you love him?
I do.
Yeah, I think he's great.
I met him once. We talked about Jaden Smith before he got famous.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
When did you meet him?
Years ago.
Wow.
Years and years ago in Chicago.
Was he nice?
He was very nice.
Yeah, I saw him riding a bike on Melrose a
Really?
couple weeks ago. Yeah, almost died. He was just like riding it super crazy and weaving cars, and then a car almost pulled right into him.
If I bought you a shirt for Christmas and it said like Wolfgang, would you be like, yeah, I don't really like my parents tell me like go to bed early and I don't.
No, I'd wear it.
Hey, does anyone have a cigarette? I don't know. I don't smoke weed. If I've mentioned that I'm a recovering addict.
Do you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and commit to being the way that you are? Do you commit? Do you eat hash browns and then just go, I'm going to be Dylan Sullivan today? I'm not. I can't.
Character.
It is.
I want to be a myth, Pete.
Yeah. I think you're kind of like you present yourself like it's cartoonishly funny.
I don't know what you actually want from these compliments.
I think
because I see the like
it's a slight and a compliment.
Well, it's a slight and a compliment, but it's also like, oh, if I say that you're funny this amount of times, will you like me? And the answer is no.
No,
which is why you like me.
I really don't. I don't. I'm not. My aim is not that. It's just to wonder what your daily routine is.
This fucking guy is.
How many hamburgers does it take for you to get into the zone?
It's pizza, Pete. It's stuffed crust, Pizza Hut pizza.
Okay, Pizza Hut. So you're on a budget though. You're not doing Little Caesars?
No, I live life to its fullest.
How much do you get paid for an opening weekend with Bobby Lee?
$25,000.
That's a lot.
Per a show.
What'd you buy? I know you blew it all. You didn't save it. You're not a saver.
Pepperoni pizza. I buy cigarettes.
I
buy movie tickets.
You bought 12,000 pepperoni pizzas.
Roughly.
That's why we brought you here today.
No, in reality, I'm poor. I got paid 2 cents per show. And by the end of the weekend, I was able to buy a gumball.
Why did you pick a gumball?
Because that's what you can buy.
With 6, was it 8 cents? How many shows did you do? 6 or 8?
There's 5 shows.
5 shows.
10 cents. 10-cent gumball.
Okay.
I barter. I just... It's just like unreal, dude. Like I thought by like minute 12, like we might be able to get past this. Like, but it's just like fucking talking to cement, dude.
What are you talking about? You keep coming at me.
I don't know, man. It's not you. I'm sure you don't do it intentionally for attention, but it's I don't know, man. I really had a lot of faith.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I got real excited this morning because I was like, oh, I have to wake up a little earlier than I normally do, but it's gonna be.
You were still 20 minutes late. Let's for the record.
Okay. See, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
And that's another thing.
Where do you live? I bet you live 5 minutes away.
No, I live in North Hollywood. I had to cross the canyon for this.
Okay.
Dylan doesn't cross canyons for just anything.
Yeah. So you cross the canyon to be 20 minutes late. And
Pete,
to get here
if I came
and
here,
be nice
if
in
I came
the lobby.
Here on time,
be nice in the lobby. The second
was
you get
not
behind,
nice in the
you
lobby.
were. I gave you
I
a
was
Coca-Cola.
shooting daggers at you.
I gave you a Coca-Cola.
I said, "Hey, Pete, so nice to see you. I think you're awesome."
Right now, it looks like you're on amphetamines.
Hey, Pete, so great to do the
Why
show.
are you Harry Carey right now? Hey,
hi, Pete.
or a hot dog.
God,
Do you think the moon is made out of cheese?
Pete, do you think it's even worth it to like try to? I wanted a friendship. I thought that this could.
I
been
thought you
like,
were my friend.
And I saw, yeah, we're friends in the way of like, I would still kill you for a CBS canceled pilot.
The CBS.
I would kill you for that.
Okay, all right.
I'd discard the evidence, and I'd go about my day like nothing had happened.
I will gain weight, and I will take every gay fat role in Hollywood. I will do it.
Pete.
I will do it. I'm just saying I would do that in a heartbeat.
Pete, when you got your nose piercing, looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
When you got your nose piercing, were you like, as if the tattoos just aren't enough.
Yeah.
The tattoos and the demeanor just isn't enough. I need a cherry on this sundae.
It kind of does look like a cherry, like a little sparkling accoutrement on top of the... Can I ask you something?
I don't know what to fucking do, Pete.
Do you start...
I'm trying to be your friend. And it's just like every fucking thing that's been said today is total bullshit. Mike wants to blow his brains out.
Do you get up in the morning and instantly start sweating?
Yes.
What does it end?
I take a cold shower.
Do you really?
And I put a bucket of ice in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And I soak. And I think of like positive affirmations.
What are your positive affirmations?
This podcast
I will not eat
Pete
fried dough today.
Well. This podcast is going to go well with Pete. Pete's not a bad person. He's just misunderstood. It doesn't matter if like women who hate him, he loves that.
Yeah.
It's just something he needs to grow. We're going to get past this in the podcast. And by the end of it, we're going to be best of friends. And guess what? I was wrong.
Do you have a favorite food?
I like pizza.
Is pizza really your favorite food?
Probably.
Where from?
Oh, man. There's this place called Anthony's. I don't think they have it here. But then they have this place called, it's not Pete's. It's Peppo's. I like stuffed crust from Pizza Hut.
Have you been to Georgie's before?
No.
Georgie's it's up in La Cañada, Flint Ridge area. Somebody told me about it and I made the trip. It's amazing. It's very good. I would suggest going for that. Here it goes again.
Nope.
I'm just trying to be nice.
No, you know what? It's my fault. I'm going to try to be nice.
Yeah.
How many more minutes do we have, Mike? 1 minute. I'm going to be very nice for this last minute.
This was a good episode.
Pete, I think you're great. I think this conversation went very well. I think you came prepared with lots of interesting questions, thought-evoking questions. I don't think you were socially awkward this whole time. I don't think that you're a bad guy. I don't think that you're a wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't think any of that. In fact, I think the total opposite. I think you're great. And I think you're funny, and you throw great shows, and you know how to talk to people. And I don't care if you only love women who hate you to your core. You're a good guy. And this was a good podcast. Not for me, but for you probably.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I had a really fun time. It was great catching up with Mike.
Yeah, it's good you guys got to see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great seeing you, dude. Fuck yeah.
When did you guys last kiss? It's been a while.
Well, it doesn't always have to be a gay thing, Pete.
But it is. I saw the way you looked at him. And
that's a friendly look.
And it all brings back to, is it a fag or a steak?
You decide. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Dylan Sullivan. Everybody go follow him on Instagram. What's your handle?
Dylan, DYLAN, RAYSULL. Dylan Raysul.
He posts pictures of his stupid fucking face every once in a while.
Now this is just mean. What a mean way to end this.
He has a clip on Laugh Factory that got a lot of love. He told jokes about lizards or something. I don't know what he talks about in his act.
Over a million views. No big deal.
Over 1 million views. He has lots of fans. He does a very good British accent. He works at the world famous.
Nothing.
He works at the world famous Comedy Store. If you see him, give him. He really, really likes it when you kiss him on the mouth.
I do.
Go kiss him on the mouth, and please go follow him. He was one of my favorite comics, and don't listen to this. He's one of my favorite comics in LA. Very funny guy. And Mike, thank you so much. Third Wheel Productions. And everybody, email me stupid stories, blackoutpod@gmail.com. Keep blacking out. Thank you.